Hello everyone, Palador here again playing some more Overwatch. Now, we find ourselves on Numbani. We are on defense and I am playing as Roadhog. Roadhog is one of my favorite characters personally. He is classified as a tank and his bread and butter is his hook and shotgun combo. His left shift ability is a hook which extends out towards where you're aiming. It latches onto enemies, pulls them in, and stuns them for half a second, allowing you time to shoot them promptly in the face with your scrap gun, which is effectively a shotgun. You can see that soldier standing still there, making for an easy target for my hook. So I hook him in, shoot him in the face, and he's dead. And that, in a nutshell, is what you want to do as Roadhog. Now there, I pulled into Lucio with the hook, but he got kind of caught on the table there, so it threw off my aim. I expected him to land in front of me, but he ended up landing a little to my right. It's something that happens a fair bit with Roadhog that you got to be aware of. But nonetheless, Roadhog is one of the strongest characters in the game in my opinion. He's extremely reliable, very powerful. He has a big health pool. Granted, none of it, like the other tanks, none of it is shield or armor. But still, he has a large health pool, large damage, great utility, and his E ability actually heals him for a few hundred points, so he has great survivability on top of that. And as you can see here, I'm just over and over peeking out around the corner, hooking who I can, and then shooting them in the face and doing that to victory. Now here I tried to get around to use my ult. It ended up costing me my life as I was thinking that the enemy team was distracted looking towards my teammates, but unfortunately the Widowmaker already had her ult up, so they were able to see me coming no problem and put a stop to any plans that I had right there. So nonetheless, I am back, just making my way back towards the point. Our Widowmaker, our friendly Widowmaker, just got her ult up, so now we can see teammates, which makes it even easier for me to hook the enemy team. You can see this diva coming around without her mech, standing still again for some reason, and take care of her no problem. Got a tracer incoming, just trying to back up a little so I'm not too overextended like I tend to get sometimes, and let her come to me, because tracer can be a slippery target. Unless she's used up all her blinks, you generally don't want to even... Well, I generally don't even bother with Tracer until I know she's out of blinks. Now here I get the Mercy pick, so that definitely helps halt any kind of push the enemy might have been intending in the next minute or so. Barely missed the Widowmaker right there, unfortunately, but I'm a persistent one, so I see her over there, and I'm just biding my time. This Mercy has been doing a good job of keeping me healed up and damage boosted at times. So in the meantime, just trying to get away from that Diva ult. Shooting her down though all the while, as well as that Lucio. Getting all the hooks in this game. So we see their Mercy coming in, presumably to revive them all, but I put a stop to that with a quick hook and a shot as well. So far so good. Now, I didn't mention at the beginning, but this is a pre-recorded gameplay by the by, so I do know what happens, but I will note that this turns out to be a pretty awesome, intense game. Aside from the actual hooks that I'm landing right now, just in general, both teams played pretty well. I can see I almost got down that Tracer, but she was able to make an escape. Your hook and shotty combo doesn't always one-hit kill. It'll one-hit kill a lot of squishies, but it's not always a guaranteed one-hit, I noticed. Now I see a lot of people here just bunching up in this hall for me and Diva to take care of. Once again, got the hook, but I actually was out of ammo, so I couldn't take advantage of that. I see the soldier, and I was able to hook him and just stun him briefly. And that is one of the other beautiful things about Roadhog, is even if you're not doing damage, you have the ability with your hook to negate a ton of enemy ultimates. Whether it be Pharahs, McCrees, Reapers, Genjis, I mean, you name it. Other Roadhogs for that matter. One hook and you can stun them right out of their ult and have them wasted. And that's just one of the great parts about Roadhog. So once again, taking Diva out, but I was also once again out of ammo. So I wasn't able to finish her off, but luckily my teammate had my back. And now the soldier's whittling me down, and once again I'm out of ammo. I don't know what I was doing. I was in panic mode, just throwing out all the hooks that I could. But That's okay. So, got taken out again, doing pretty well so far, as you can see. A few gold medals for me so far, with damage and objective kills, I think it was, or damage done and eliminations and objective time. That was it. So I've conceded at this point that they've captured A, and they're going to be exploring the payload now. So I didn't really bother going forward because all we had up front was the Mercy and I and one of our other squishies. So not much I can do. Our Mercy makes a nice revive there, getting 2 of our guys, and I'll hook in this Tracer, perhaps unnecessary, but I did, and make sure she's not going anywhere else. So our Widowmaker used her ultimate. We can see the enemies through the walls once more, making things easier on me. However, I do miss that hook, and then get sniped in the face. So, anticlimactic end for me there, but I'll be back in the fight in a moment. So Roadhog, I think, is a great hero in general, a great, regardless if you need tanks or not, just as a hero himself, he is a great asset to any team, especially if you're landing your hooks. You can just pulling so many people out of ult, saving people. Very invaluable character in my opinion. I mean, as you can see, he's pretty unparalleled when it comes to his 1-2 combo. It's probably the best 1-2 combo in the game. And it's just very satisfying to pull off when you do. Missing a hook there, but using my right click, just kind of the long range damage dealing that Roadhog has, it sends out a ball of scrap that explodes after around 10 meters or so, and explodes into a bunch of pellets. So if you're fighting at mid range, you want to use your right click typically to dispatch the enemy. Now, really low health here. I know my Mercy's healing me. I'm just trying to use my E ability to heal up, and I was able to do that successfully and not die in the process. Definitely a bit risky, and I was putting my Mercy at risk just being in that positioning, so gotta be careful with that. My Bastion just ulted, so I'm kind of trying to push with him and see what's up. Waiting for that defense matrix to go down. This D.Va has been very aggressive in this game, but we've done a pretty good job of keeping her in check, especially with these hooks. She pretty much has no escape once she's out of that mech. So just waiting for my hook to charge once again, healing up, and then about to go ham on them with my ult if possible. However, now this is the downside of Roadhog's ult. As you can see, it pushes people away, which can come in handy, except for the fact that once they're at medium to long range, the drop-off on damage is pretty substantial, and it becomes more of a tickle gun than a Gatling gun. So there's about 2 minutes left. The enemy has been stopped at every avenue pretty much. Haven't been able to make a significant push. Until now, they're getting a small one. With 3 of our teammates down, and they actually got it really close to the point. But I'm able to take out that Mercy and then hook this Lucio and stop him and allow our D.Va and myself to take him out. So at the very least, the enemy's 2 healers, who were oddly pushing the cart, were both eliminated. So that gives our team time to get back to the point and set up once again for another little round of defense. Now, I'm not sure if I was even aiming for that Widowmaker, but I got her nonetheless, so that's always helpful. And healing up, and I'm going to try and get this Mercy, but she flies away just before I could get any kind of hook off. And this Lucio seems pretty persistent with getting towards our point, and his little air blast kind of blasted me off target for the hook. Soldier, however, was not as lucky, and now we have a Mercy at our mercy, and she got taken down, as did the enemy Tracer. So good work thus far, especially by our Bastion over there, just hanging out and shooting down all of their advances. It's been working out for us. Pulling in that Lucio once more, not quite enough to finish him off, and I had to back up and heal because I was almost dead there. And if I had saved my hook, I'd been able to hook that soldier out of his ult, but was not the case. Still, been on fire for a while, doing a good job staying alive. Now I'm just trying to get out of line of sight of the enemy D.Va's ult, which I'm able to. And reassess the situation, pull in the enemy Mercy, take her out once more, trying to heal through D.Va's damage, which is pretty substantial if she's right in your face like that. She'll melt your health down very quickly if you allow her to. And I was just trying to bide myself some time until some teammates could arrive because I knew at full health that D.Va was going to win that encounter. So I get behind her thanks to that Symmetra teleport, and that enabled me to push a few of their guys off the point and potentially save the game at that juncture. It's a great teleporter by Symmetra. Even in this point in time where it's at the last point and it's not a huge distance between spawn and the capture point, it still helped in that case. It allowed me to flank them and get the kill. So once again, trying to avoid that ult, crouching behind, and just trying to find out what I can do. I know my Mercy's at low health. I'm trying to protect her there. Trying my hardest to protect her there. And it seems like she survived. Lucio on the other team in the meantime just ulted, as did their Genji, and they're making a huge push here. It's been an overtime for I don't know how long now, a minute or so. I'm using my ult again and just trying to push the Mercy away and just keep them all off the point. But Symmetra has those turrets there, so it's slowing the enemy, harassing him a little bit. And our Mercy, God bless her soul, had a great revive there. Got 3 of us, I think. Pull in the soldier for that quick 1-2 combo. Trying and healing through the D.Va again, but she outdamaged me again. So very intense game. It's very intense overtime. You can see our fellow Roadhog there ulted, but he was ultimately taken down. There are 4 enemies on the card, and I'm just trying to make my way back. See our teammate there saying OMG. OMG is right. We are barely able to win that game. Quite intense. You can see my face in the chat there. Shock and awe. Good game. That was a fun one. Roadhog, great hero, fun hero, good on attack, good on defense. Just a good guy all around. But good job to our team. They held off in that overtime. Some clutch teleporters, some clutch revives, some good defensive positioning, and that made for a victory. So there we go. As we can see, the stat screen now, we are at 27 enemies hooked, 69% hook accuracy. It's a lot of hooks, and it's a lot of well-aimed hooks, I feel. But of course, got to give it to the Mercy. You know, she did a great job healing us, and there we go. 34 eliminations, 12 objective kills, about a minute on objective, 8,000 damage, 4,000 self-healing, 36% accuracy, 13 kill streak. Overall effective game for an effective hero. Hope this was informative. Thanks for joining me.